The National Water and Sewage Authority (NWASA) hereby notifies the public of the enforcement of restrictions on water usage supplied by NWASA effective May 12, 2024 and covering the following activities. 1. Irrigation and watering of gardens, lawns and ground. 2. Washing roadways, pavements, paths, garages, outrooms, or vehicles with the use of hoses. 3. Filling of swimming pools and ponds. And 4. Any other purpose that, in the opinion of the authority, requires the use of a considerable or excessive quantity of water. This decision aligns with the Water Services Regulations SRO 41 of 1993, subsection 9(1), which empowers the authority to issue notices prohibiting either entirely or subject to specified conditions and for such duration as deemed necessary or expedient the use of water supplied by or obtained through the authority's pipelines in the event of water scarcity due to drought or other causes. The public is urged to adhere strictly to these restrictions and to cooperate with NWASA in conserving water during this period.
Hey, what's going on? We gotta say hello and welcome to everyone tuned in to another Mikey Live program. Hope the day was good for you. You're looking forward to tomorrow, and after that, there's gonna be a holiday, and then we come back on a Friday. It's almost gonna be like a long weekend with that day in the middle. You understand? So, welcome. Still, I ask for your tolerance. Still a bit stuffy. I don't even know what was going on because I don't really have the cold or anything like that, but just a bit stuffy. So we have a few things to tell you about. We're hearing a lot of talk about the Grenada Invitational. People want to know what happened, talking about government should step in, ting. Probably if we have time, we'll talk about that. One Grenadian-born individual is said to have killed his girlfriend, well, his fiancée, and then turned the gun on himself in Brooklyn. We'll talk to you about that. Stephen Crony found guilty on non-capital murder for the death of Cain Isaac Edwards. We'll talk to you about that. Jerry Edwin is saying that we have an outdated court system and he wants to see some sort of improvement where that is concerned. It's an interesting story that I want to share with you. All right. Union leaders. Daisy Hazzard, leader in the context, well, you know, and Teacher Jude Bartholomew, they are going at each other. Well, Jude started speaking, and Daisy responded. We'll explain that to you in a moment. I think that is one of the highlights of the day for today. And the Prime Minister, Honorable Dickon Mitchell, is holding bilateral conversations with UAE Foreign Minister. All right, see how we can collaborate. You understand? And things like that. So we're going to talk about that. We have a few things to tell you about if time permits. You know, we'll go through the business. So, folks, we got to let you know the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts, Grenada Limited, Judicial, NWASA, Real Value, IGA Supermarket, Superb Distributors, Infinite Contractors, Big Insurance. Hey, everybody on the business. We say thank you for supporting all the viewers, of course, as well. We say thank you for being here. We're taking a quick break and come back. All right, and when we come back, it will be real news in Ololili. Don't forget, someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credit. Compliments to yourself. The lucky person might just be you.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
In recognition of our nation's independence, we're celebrating the journey to 50 with an exclusive car insurance offer. If you are 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50 plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
Avoid leaks at home. Save water.
This awareness initiative is part of activities under the Climate Resilient Water sector in Grenada. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German government, and the government of Grenada.
Plug into Judicial Plus and get even more entertainment with Disney Plus included. The best of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic all in one place. Whenever you want, plug into Plus to enjoy Disney Plus and much more with a home fiber bundle. Sign up today. Judicial Plus.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
All right. So hello and welcome to another Mikey Live program. I'm your host, Mikey Hutchinson. Don't forget, if you're a foreigner or you're somebody who's there and you're looking for somewhere to vacation, try Grenada. If you're a Grenadian and you're looking for a good time, before you book that ticket, try one of our local hotels. You realize that what you're seeking, you can find right here at home. Yeah? So it's going to be more affordable. It's very likely to be a better experience. And take my word for it. You won't regret. You won't regret. And I've been there. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. Right. So, family, let's get straight into the news. What's Jude Bartholomew and Daisy Hazard? So, somebody asked me to talk about. I was trying to get Daisy on the business, but I think it was a little too late. She had a little engagement sort of thing. So, what's happening is that. This morning, Daisy Hazard, who represents the workers of the Public Workers Union, she called on the Plea the Cause program, WFM, of course, and, she was talking, I didn't hear her call any name, and she was talking about, the individual who is attacking the public workers. You understand? So the thing is, it would appear that these days when the president of the Teachers Union, Jude Bartholomew, when he speaks about issues that are confronting teachers, instead of blaming the administration and government, as he used to, I'm being very blunt, as he used to, he is taking a different approach of blaming the workers. And so, Daisy, who represents the workers that Jude is throwing under the bus, quote unquote, is standing up for, that's my interpretation of it, is standing up for the workers that she represents and saying, hey, as a trade unionist, our responsibility is to protect the interests of our workers. So the mandate for the Public Workers Union is similar to that of the Teachers Union. So how it is as a union leader, you find yourself attacking workers that another union represents. It's one thing to say that there are things that workers might be doing if you have the evidence or so, but it would seem that Jude is just throwing things out there, and Daisy Hazard, again, who represents the Public Workers Union, is not having it anymore, based on, of course, those of you who heard the comments that was made on the Plead Your Cause program. And I have to say, I did in fact, I mean, because I have a lot of clips, like tons of clips from Jude, from the past, like for the past 3-4 years, thereabout, let's say about 3 years. When he spoke, when I first saw him on the scene, he would be blaming the government for things that are not happening, whether it is late pay or something, anything worthy of the public knowledge. You would hear him come out and blame the government and so on. In recent times, however, he is saying the workers. So a lot of people might have picked up on that, and Daisy and the Public Workers Union, they are not having it. And so that is, my friends, my understanding as to what's happening. People are asking what's going on. I see so many comments on Facebook, because I guess some people would have missed the program this morning on Plead Your Cause, and there's some people who also did not see or heard the comments that Jude was making. So a lot of people are like, I'm in the dark. Well, here is some light, in my humble opinion, as to what is really happening. So Jude, on one hand, appears to be attacking more the workers rather than addressing the things directly to the government. And Daisy, who represents the workers that Jude criticizes, is, in other words, defending the workers and the principle of unionism, for want of a better explanation. All right, so that is what is happening in Dictor Mitchell's country. So I guess as much there might be more, or maybe it ends here. I don't know. All right, so we are moving on. The next thing that we have to tell you about is a New York City man is said to have, 35 years old, killed his girlfriend and then turned the gun on himself. They say it was a big argument, and his mother is telling this story to the news, right? They've been having a couple arguments. His fiance, they've been arguing, and the last thing that happened was that they had a little fight yesterday, and he went into a cupboard, according to his mom, went into a cupboard, pulled out a gun, killed his fiance, shot her, I believe in her head, and he stumped her in her head after she fell, and then turned the gun on himself in the presence of his mom. Some crazy stuff. They were having, according to her, relationship issues, and so that was the end of it. He's said to be of Grenadian descent. All right, and so this one is also making the rounds. She says that he gave her 2 bullets, and she fell to the floor, and then he stomped her in her face, then turned the gun to himself and took his own life. Oh boy. All right, so we're moving on. So the next thing that I have to tell you about, you remember that case in 2018 where King Isaac Edwards was shot and killed by like a bar thingy on the side of the road they saw. And the man who was responsible, according to police, for that is Stephen Crony. Well, he's been going to court since, and he has now been found guilty of non-capital murder. You understand? a guilty verdict was returned on non-capital murder. So, sometimes those cases, I know a lot of people say, but yeah, that was since in 2018, right? 2018, yeah, just before the COVID thing, yeah, 2018. I found a very interesting story covered by MTV. I think it was yesterday or so. I was just browsing and I saw it. Whether it's yesterday, today, I don't know. And it had to do with how outdated the court system might be and the police information gathering system and all this. I mean, from start to finish. The reason why I thought it very interesting is because I went to one of the police stations recently and just, kind of like curious and monitoring and checking out to see. I went there for one reason, but your boy, curious mind, to check out how they were doing the operations. And the person who I went there with looked at me, because bells started going off, I think, at the same time, in terms of how the system is running, and I know this person is watching, so you two might be very surprised that MTV is also doing that story regarding this. It's how we are data entry now, and how archaic it might just be in 2024, having to use pen and paper and writing thing and listen. And I thought, what the heck? Why not share this?
It is also important. I think Grenada might be one of the few jurisdictions where we are not recording police interviews of persons that are brought in for questioning. If you are a suspect and the criminal investigation department has brought you in, why are we still working with pen and paper?
Attorney Jerry Edwin is pleading with the relevant authorities to implement a well-organized technology system within the courts to ensure efficient administration of justice. Speaking to MTV News on Monday, he says there is need for the modernization of local courts so that the issue of appeal based on delayed transcripts would not arise. Edwin, who has been advocating for the use of technology within the court system for several years, says this is one of the many glitches plaguing the judicial system.
We have had over the last few years, and some of you may know of a notorious case, in which the Court of Appeal released a man from prison as a result of the failure of the technology in the courts, so that the man couldn't get a transcript for up to 6 years. And this is my complaint. The technology that would allow the court to produce a transcript, whether it's in the civil court after a trial or in the criminal court after a trial, that transcript in Grenada, if you are lucky, you may get that transcript in 2 years. There is technology available that you can get such a transcript after trial immediately.
Edwin says magistrates should no longer have to use notepads and pens during court sittings and is calling on the Ministry of Legal Affairs to look into this matter.
As though we are in the 1950s. This is 2024, and we have failed to bring basic technology into the courtroom. Now, that is not the responsibility of the magistrate, certainly not of the lawyers. I mean, we may point it out. It is the responsibility of the people who run the courts.
He says there are many prison inmates still awaiting transcripts for over 5 years. Reporting for MTV News, I am Akila Aberdeen.
All right, thank you very much, MTV, for that. And seriously, like when you go to the court, the magistrate is going to sit and they have to write, like almost line by line, things that you say. Like you go to the police station and they're going to ask you to explain, and then they're going to write it down. And then that same thing is used in court, but the prosecutor would read it out like, yo, Like serious, legit. If you have not interfaced from the time of making a report or complaint to attending court, try it. Throw down somebody, drink or something, nothing too serious. And go to the court system and you will see exactly what he's talking about. Somebody who is brought in for questioning, somebody who is detained for whatever reason, doesn't matter the severity, all gets chucked into a thing they call a cell. You hear me? Forgetting everything of presumption of innocence or whatever the case is, you get thrown into a cell, right? That if you closed your eyes and enter that cell, you will think you're in a toilet. You hear me? You will think that you're in a toilet. Feces. Where people wipe their hands and they spell a name with feces. I'm not making it up. And probably a hard concrete bench that even if you're wearing clothes and you sit on it, you start itching. I'm not making it up. The other night, I beat up the police and I end up making a night in the cell. Okay, let me get serious. But no, it's serious. It's serious. It is that serious. So he's right. We need a full overhaul of the business. We're not asking for a hotel, but just the basics. The basics. You know what I'm saying? And listen, when they throw you in there and they give you little food, like a sandwich in the morning and thing, you have to sit down and eat that sandwich in the toilet. Well, quote unquote sell. I'm not making it up. Not making it up. Don't do nothing. That's why I don't know how some men put on crime continuously. To put themselves through that. Because when you go through that for 5 minutes, you don't want nothing to do with no sell again. Yeah, son, you don't want nothing to do with no sell. You don't want nothing to do with nothing. Can I telling you? Your boy make a sell. I tell you I make a sell. The police play roughing me up. Yeah, son, I say nothing so. I roughing you, boy. Don't do me that, boy. You know, if you break the law, then I no longer consider you representing the police force. Man to man. Me charge shit long so. I say, Your Honor, me do that? All of the men saying. The magistrate pick up the piece of paper. I tell you all that, make a night. Magistrate pick up the piece of paper and she's starting to, they reading out all the charges, eh? But if you see charge at your boy girl, but not a couple years ago when I was a bad boy. Thing long so. And they read it, and the magistrate say, 2 of all there now, 2 SSU, eh? She say, 2 of all you. Let that little boy do all of that. Well, all of these deserve to be in the force. I tell you, if you see the thing long, so. You understand? Resisting arrest, thing this and thing that, and assault. Anyway, why get away with that one? Because they say, well, if that's my man doing all of that, well, yeah, I could, get another walk. Yeah, anyway, let's leave that down. Okay, so Olia, let's move on to the next thing on the business. So, the conversations about the Grenada Invitational yesterday, I don't know if you missed it, but yesterday the organizers of the Grenada Invitational last night, they put out a notice advising persons of the cancellation of the event. The event was just going to happen soon, but it has been cancelled, and they stated, ting. Quite a few things were explained in there, and they are also dissolving the franchise itself, the Grenada Invitational brand itself. So, naturally, people started talking. What happened? People blaming government. And sometimes some people say, well, why would you blame the government? This is a private event. As the investors would have said initially, like when it just, so you find people are pulling and tugging about the Grenada Invitational, why we couldn't save it, because it's good for Grenada. You hear people saying, well, the organizers should have had a little more foresight to see that maybe they would not have gotten the degree of support, whether it's financially, resources wise, and all of that, before going public this year. So you find that there are a lot of, but the bottom line is that if we are going to rely on the information that came out from the organizers themselves, the event is no more. All right? But of course, the conversations, of course, will continue. All right. How are we looking for time? I'm looking for the AC thing, feeling a little thing again. I put on the AC while I find again a little thing again. Okay, look at here. Just take off the AC for a little bit. Right. So, the Prime Minister is out there. So they say that he actually met and held talks with the UAE, United Arab Emirates Foreign Minister's envoy to the Caribbean, Omar. And they say that the UAE, they have pledged to support Grenada in several critical areas, including renewable energy, energy transition, the proposed state-of-the-art teaching hospital, and other key development initiatives. All right, I think they put in the teaching hospital by midday. Ain't no problem. I tell you, they're selling me 5 million. Check it out, leave it. Recognizing the importance of advanced healthcare facilities, the UAE has committed, they say, to providing significant technical support for the development of a new teaching hospital in Grenada, aiming to improve healthcare services and medical education within the region. So it's not just aimed for Grenada, but for the region. In alignment with the national priorities, as articulated by Prime Minister Mitchell, the UAE has reportedly agreed to assist with various other projects identified as key to Grenada's socio-economic development. So the minister there says that the UAE is honored to partner with Grenada in these critical areas and believe their joint efforts will yield significant benefits for the people of Grenada, promoting sustainable development and enhancing quality of life. I find that is a good thing. All I find that makes a lot of sense. A teaching hospital will do a lot for us. Yeah, because it's not going to be like a small hospital that caters to only Grenadians and a regional thing. People coming from all over the world come here. That teaching hospital is going to be located, I think, about 2 miles or a mile. The road that passes right by my house is going to lead to that. Again, making a public appeal to the government, and after this year, I will no longer be interested in selling my property for 5 million. We may have to double it. And I'm serious like a judge. You understand? Or I go say, well, Mikey, tell all of that, all the ting. You understand? I tell all that, no? Yeah. Anyway, let me that okay. So, what else do we have to tell you? I see that we are kind of like almost running out of time. In fact, we did. So let me take a little thing on the thing and let me come back. And when we come back, what we have for you is the national report. We'll also have the weather. Stay right there.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
In recognition of our nation's independence, we're celebrating the journey to 50 with an exclusive car insurance offer. If you are 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50 plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
Avoid leaks at home. Save water.
This awareness initiative is part of activities under the climate resilient water sector in Grenada. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German government, and the government of Grenada.
Plug into Digicel Plus and get even more entertainment with Disney Plus included. The best of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic all in one place. Whenever you want, plug into Plus to enjoy Disney Plus and much more with a home fiber bundle. Sign up today. Digicel Plus.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Pick your daily reward from the Quartz Ready Cash Money Tree. Every customer is a winner with every loan of $3,000 or more from Quartz Ready Cash. Plus, you get to enter to win a weekend for two at Sandals. No deposit, no collateral needed. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Visit your nearest Quartz or Ready Cash location today or apply online at www.quartz.com. Get more for 2024 with Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
This is the GIS Evening Report for Tuesday, May 28, 2024. I am Christian Mitchell. In the headlines, Grenada pioneers first Blue Schools Initiative program in the Caribbean. We'll have details of this story and more after the break.
The Royal Grenada Police Force and the National Disaster Management Agency remind all citizens that the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources has issued a no burning notice, which means that no one is allowed to light fires at any location throughout the state of Grenada. Engaging in setting of fires on any land under this act shall be liable to a fine of $500 or 3 months imprisonment. Please be vigilant and report any occurrences of fires as we aim to keep the nation safe during this severe dry season. Fires can cause millions of dollars in property damage and loss of lives. Let us all be responsible and play our part in minimizing wildfires as best as possible. Remember, it only takes one spark to ignite.
Welcome back. Grenada has launched the first Blue Schools Initiative program, a first for the Caribbean. The program was launched on the margins of the 4th International Conference on Small Island Developing States, SIDS 4, in Antigua and Barbuda. This landmark event, held during the Ocean Literacy Side event, underscores Grenada's leadership in fostering sustainable ocean governance. It was unveiled by the Honorable Karine James, Minister for Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, alongside global leaders and experts in ocean science and policy. The program is being piloted at the St. Rose Modern Secondary School and the St. John's Christian Secondary School in St. John, highlighting the initiative's significance in a constituency renowned as Grenada's fishing capital and heavily reliant on marine resources for economic activity.
This Blue School initiative aims to really and truly give focus and bring light into the marine industry, encourage persons to see the marine industry as not as a hustle, but as an actual career path that they can make millions in, and they can do so by sustainably using our oceans. As you know, our Prime Minister is a big advocate for oceans, and he, often referred to small island developing states as big ocean states. And I think maybe we definitely need to look into rebranding small island states into big ocean states. And so this is just another example of carrying out Prime Minister's mandate to ensuring ocean literacy among our population, and to ensuring that our rural communities and communities on the west zone, communities on the south zone, and coastal communities all together are not left out in the conversations.
Honorable Karine James, Minister for Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy. Mr. Jerry Eno, advisor to the Blue Economy, played a pivotal role in this program's technical development and implementation. The initiative also highlights Grenada's commitment to sustainable ocean management and sets a global benchmark for educational programs in marine conservation, emphasizing the critical role of oceans in sustainable development for SIDS.
I am happy that we were given that opportunity to collaborate with UNESCO to ensure that this program is piloted for the first time in the Caribbean. Some of my colleagues have already expressed their interest and wanting to get on board. So Grenada is doing big things on the international scale, and we want to ensure that our constituents feel that at the local level. I know it has been a topic of great concern to persons as to how we can localize and what impact and what benefits are being brought back when I travel to these meetings. And so this is an example of one of many, many more to come.
Grenada has been nominated to host a Sargassum conference in September aimed at bringing together key stakeholders to explore innovative solutions and business opportunities related to Sargassum management. It will bring together experts, policymakers, business leaders, and environmentalists to discuss and develop sustainable solutions for Sargassum management. It will also explore various business opportunities that Sargassum presents significance, including its potential use in agriculture, biofuel, and other innovative industries. Grenada was nominated following a meeting on Monday involving incoming CARICOM Chairman, Honorable Dickon Mitchell, as well as representatives from the European Union and the Organization of Eastern Caribbean states. The meeting highlighted the importance of a united regional approach to tackle the Sargassum issue. The EU and OECS reaffirmed their commitment to supporting Caribbean nations through technical assistance, funding, and expertise sharing. The EU has pledged increased technical support and funding to aid in the development of Sargassum management technologies and practices. This support will be instrumental in enhancing the region's capacity to effectively respond to recurrent Sargassum influxes. Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell expressed his enthusiasm, stating, and I quote, "We are honored to be chosen as the host for the upcoming Sargassum conference. This is a critical issue that affects not just Grenada, but the entire Caribbean region. By working together with our international partners, we can find innovative solutions that protect our environment and create new economic opportunities for our people." Unquote. Minister for Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, Honorable Kareem James, will lead the preparation efforts for the Sargassum conference. In other news from Antigua, Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell led a successful bilateral meeting with the UAE Foreign Minister's envoy to the Caribbean on the margins of the ongoing SIDS-4 conference in Antigua and Barbuda. It resulted in a strong pledge by the UAE to support Grenada in several critical areas, including renewable energy, energy transition, the proposed state-of-the-art teaching hospital, and other key development initiatives. This support will be instrumental in helping Grenada achieve its energy transition goals, focusing on sustainable and resilient energy solutions. Recognizing the importance of advanced healthcare facilities, the UAE has committed to providing significant technical support for the development of a new teaching hospital in Grenada. This project aims to improve healthcare services and medical education within the region. In alignment with the national priorities articulated by Prime Minister Mitchell, the UAE has also agreed to assist with various other projects. These initiatives will address key areas identified by the Prime Minister as vital for Grenada's socio-economic development. The delegation to the meeting, which was headed by the Honorable Prime Minister, also included Honorable Kareem James, Minister for Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, Ambassador Che Phillip, Permanent Representative to the United Nations, Ms. Perron Johnson, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, and Mr. Jerry Eno, Advisor to the Prime Minister on the Blue Economy. The Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, along with other relevant ministries, will work closely with UAE representatives to outline detailed plans and timelines for the pledged projects. Stay with us. We'll be back after this break.
Grenada, this is your time to engage the Cannabis Working Committee on their role in shaping government's policy on the way forward for the cannabis industry. Tune into your favorite current affairs channel, radio, or social media platform on June 3rd from 8 p.m. Putting the policy plans under the microscope. Hear their mandate. Ask your questions. The national panel discussion on the potential of the cannabis industry, medicinal benefits, economic growth, social justice, health, and safety. June 3rd from 8 p.m. The airwaves will come alive. It's your time to have your say.
Welcome back. The National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, will host a live program on Wednesday to discuss pertinent matters related to the hurricane season, which runs from June 1st to November 30th. The 90-minute program will be broadcast live from 8 p.m. on GIS and its social media pages. GIS spoke on Tuesday with Disaster Coordinator Dr. Terence Walters.
The 2024 hurricane season begins on the 1st of June, goes all the way until the 30th of November. And to mark the start of the season, we are having a live television program on Wednesday, the 29th of May, broadcast on television and social media. We'll be bringing together the Met Office, the Royal Grenada Police Force, someone from the Ministry of Education to talk specific to emergency shelters, and we'll have NADMA on the program. So we discuss quite a number of topics about disaster preparedness, disaster management as we enter the 2024 hurricane season.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has predicted an above-average hurricane season for 2024 with 17 to 25 named storms. Dr. Walters says NADMA continues to be proactive in its efforts with local and regional partners.
One of the predictions being 23 to 29 named storms in 2024, and so NADMA will continue to do what it has to do locally. So the agency with all its partners and stakeholders locally and in the region, we are collaborating with CDMA, that's the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, which is the umbrella body for disaster management in the Caribbean. And so we continue to work with CDMA to ensure that we operate based on the regional standards for comprehensive disaster management. And then there are other international partners like USAID and others that we are collaborating with to ensure that in the event that we are impacted by any of these storms, that we can function locally. All right, so our institutional strengthening, we continue with that, so we can function locally.
He added that the agency remains vigilant in its preparedness efforts for any disaster.
Locally, we continue to prepare, but again, we want to emphasize that it's not just hurricane preparedness, but it's a preparedness year-round. It's a multi-hazard preparedness environment that we're trying to build, because any of the other hazards can occur at any time. You have earthquake, you have volcano, you have slides, you have flooding. All those things can occur during the hurricane season. So we want to stress here that people should be prepared for these hazards year-round.
The program will be aired live on Wednesday from 8 p.m. on GIS Channel 22 and social media pages. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs on Tuesday launched its campaign, A Healthy Mind is a Wealthy Mind, at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium with a hands-on one-day workshop aimed at educating and refreshing first responders on dealing with and communicating effectively with mental health patients. The workshop caters in the first instance for nurses and police officers. Minister for Mental Health, Honorable Delma Thomas, says the campaign and workshop are very timely as we have been losing too many people due to mental illnesses, particularly young people who often suffer in silence.
It is no secret that we have many issues when it comes to addressing and dealing with the issues of mental health. In today's society, we must agree that mental health issues are becoming increasingly prevalent, and it is crucial that our frontline professionals, our first responders, are prepared to respond with compassion, understanding, and expertise. For our police officers, this training represents an opportunity to enhance your ability to de-escalate situations involving individuals experiencing mental health crises, ensuring that their safety and yours. It is about building trust within the community and providing a compassionate response that can lead to better outcomes for everyone involved. We must appreciate when there are issues with mental health challenges and family feel they cannot cope, the first person they call is the police. And therefore we believe it is not fair if we do not provide the police with the correct training, because I show when they go to the training school, there's nothing about really seriously how to deal with mental health challenges.
Minister Thomas says the ministry's aim is to also provide the training to family members, communities, and schools to help them cope and confront issues related to mental health.
For nurses, this training will further your capability to deliver holistic care, recognizing and addressing the mental health needs of your patients alongside their physical health. By integrating mental health awareness into your practice, you can make a profound difference in the lives of those you care for and offering support that is both comprehensive and empathetic. This workshop is a vital step towards creating a more informed, prepared, and resilient workforce. It underscores our commitment to improving mental health care and crisis interventions in our communities. I am confident that the skills and insight you gain here will not only enhance your professional abilities, but also contribute significantly to the well-being and safety of our society.
Ms. Kim Frederick, Permanent Secretary with responsibility for mental health, wellness, and religious affairs, also reiterated the importance of the training to allow for proper care when dealing with people who suffer with mental illness.
This is an initiative of the Health Promotion Unit of the Ministry of Health with support from the Ministry of Mental Health, Wellness, and Religious Affairs. It is evident that mental health is a priority for the government of Grenada, hence the establishment of a separate Ministry of Mental Health, Wellness, and Religious Affairs earlier this year, and the appointment of a minister for the said ministry who has special responsibility for the Mungi Psychiatric Hospital. One of the priorities of the ministry for this year is to strengthen the human resource capacity both internally and externally. In other words, at all levels within the ministry and within other ministries, agencies, and departments that provide support to mentally ill patients.
Participants, P.S. Frederick says, must see the importance of the training as it will help in identifying signs and symptoms associated with mental illness. We take our final break.
Climate change is real, bringing hotter days and less rain. Less rain means less water, so it is crucial for all of us to conserve water at home. When washing my fruits and vegetables, I use a bowl of water, and later I reuse it to water my plants. This is how I save water at home. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back. The first in a series of psychosocial well-being engagements for parents of children with special needs was held recently at the St. Andrews School for Special Education. The activity, organized by the Special Education Needs Unit of the Ministry of Education, is sponsored by the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Program for Educational Advancement and Relevant Learning, OECS Pearl. The aim is to help the parents of children with special needs to learn ways to de-stress, recharge, and take care of themselves, since caring for children with special needs bring with it added challenges, including little time for themselves. Sarana Mitchell has more.
Parents of children with special needs gathered at the St. Andrews School for Special Education on Wednesday afternoon to socialize and learn new ways to take care of themselves so that they are better able to attend to their children.
It's very nice because most parents don't really get to do anything by themselves because they have special needs children plus other kids. So it's a nice gesture.
The afternoon is good. It's great to get parents to come out and socialize together like children in school, you know, because parents are not playing some parents are not playing the part they're supposed to. And I think that's a good idea for the ministry to take time out to get that to us as parents.
The activity, organized by the Special Education Needs Unit of the Ministry of Education, was sponsored by the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Program for Educational Advancement and Relevant Learning, OECS Pearl. The OECS Pearl is a 4-year program made possible by a $10 million grant from the Global Partnership for Education to 4 of the OECS countries: Dominica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Grenada. Julian Auld is the Deputy Chief Education Officer with responsibility for special and inclusive education.
But we've also been doing some activities for parents in terms of getting them to really build capacity and to help with the psychosocial, the proper state of mind, because they have to be in the best health and psychologically as well be prepared to support their children.
The activity was soon moved to include parents of students at the Victoria School for Special Education and the Grenada School for Special Education. The psychosocial engagement will also be extended to teachers at the special education schools. Sarana Mitchell reporting.
This brings us to the end of the GIS Evening Report for Tuesday, May 24th, 2024. I am Chrisanne Mitchell saying thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you very much, Chrisanne, and the rest of the GIS News team. And I want us to now take a look at the weather. And as usual, the weather is submitted by the Met Office. So what we can tell you is that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with light to moderate showers and a low chance of lightning and thunder. Again, partly cloudy with light to moderate showers and a low chance of lightning and thunder. Tonight's minimum temperature 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Heading over to Wednesday, we can tell you that the weather is expected to be mostly fair with a low chance of light to moderate morning showers, increasing in cloudiness overnight with light to moderate showers and a low chance of lightning and thunder. Max temperature for tomorrow, 32 degrees Celsius, minimum 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, gusting higher with showers. Seas moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. That's our weather report for tonight and tomorrow. Beginning up the people who are currently locked in on YouTube. We know that you're there. We appreciate your presence. Blessings to you, Celine, Suzanne, Jennifer, Catherine, Suzette, Laverne, Marcus, and every other person on YouTube. Hello to you. Likewise, Facebook people, we're saying hello to you. First off, we're saying hello to Java and the sharing committee, always doing a fantastic job. Jacinta, Hazel, Diana, Carlisle, Bermuda, Bernadette, Adonna, Liz, Jean, Joseph, Joyous, Agnes, Angel, Stephanie, Veronica. Like, you guys are so loyal. That's crazy. Yvonne, blessings to you. Everybody, blessings to you. We're looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, God's willing again. My mom, Lintana, Meryl, Zilon, everyone, take care of yourselves, all right? So we're going to touch base again, all right? Even on the others, God bless you. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No. Take care. May God bless you, one and all. All right? Much appreciation. Take care.